What's your topic?
Our topic tonight. Let's see. Well, let's see. Karen and I were talking earlier. He said that he drove you. We gave you a ride this morning.
Mm-hmm.
And he said you guys were talking about community and like how to be a community that is uplifting each other.
Right.
I kind of wanted to talk about that. Yeah. What does that really mean? What does it mean to be a community that's really supporting each other?
Okay. I think kind of what we were talking about was, like if you could do anything, like all your bills are paid and you don't have to make money, like how would you, like what would you do in your spare time? And I said, well, like I want to help people. I want to help people like me, been through what I've been through.
Yeah, that's definitely understandable.
Yeah. I think that that's the time that I find the most happiness is when I can say something that's really helped somebody,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It's super cool.
Yeah, I think one of the best things you can do is, look when you meet people is like when you're like in a community with someone is like really like trying to see where somebody has, their talents and they're really good and like encourage that and like really say, hey, how can I help you do more of that thing you love?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we were talking about how like AA is like a good program and everything, but it's so very like trying to fit people into a box and people don't fit into a box,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I think that people need the freedom to get to their happiest place, however, like that looks for them,
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
So just reading rules out of a book, sometimes those rules.
Yeah, they don't work for everyone.
Yeah, or they don't apply to the situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely true. Everyone's completely unique, and everyone's got different dreams. Everyone's got different needs and problems and things they want to work out.
Yeah. So it's like, how do we take all of those, like good programs and things, and make it work to where it's not just like some free for all. Everybody just does whatever they want, but there's also the freedom to step outside of those lines a little bit. I think that people do well with structure, but too much is, I don't know, kind of caps creativity.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
And healing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By all means.
Yeah. So that was good. It was a good conversation for sure.
Nice.
Yeah. Ken on his way?
Nope, Ken's not going to be able to make it tonight.
Oh, okay.
Might just be us.
All right. Cool. Well, yeah, I think we can handle that. What about you? What are your thoughts on that?
I think, when I think of like a community that's like trying to uplift itself and each other, I think about like, there's a really important part where, you have to balance individuality with the collective. If you're, you have to be able to manage your own needs and know when you need to ask for help as well.
Yeah, and what's going to be good for...
Yeah, and what's, your impact on your actions and, the impact of your actions on the community. Definitely not.
I think that's where it gets a little bit tricky.
That is where it gets tricky.
Trying to keep everybody, happy and safe.
Yeah. And that can be tough,
Yeah. Definitely, because people are complicated.
Yeah. People are complicated. everybody likes different things, and not everybody likes everything in the same room. It's like definitely a lot of chaos to balance.
Yeah, for sure. I think that like a perfect, maybe not perfect, but a good community would just be like if we could just get rid of all of like the social, I don't know, all the social shit. Like just go back to one person is like a gardener and one person's like a woodworker, and like trading skills and like valuables for.
I definitely hear what you're saying, to like simplify everything out more, because like we have so many social roles and so many layers of culture and history of things that we're still processing, and it's like there's a lot of fear of judgment and almost any action. It's like we need to understand that everyone has different roles.
Yeah, I think that would make people feel more empowered too, as if they had their job that they were doing on a daily basis, and that's what supported them.
Yeah.
I think that would make them feel better about themselves. I don't know that there's any way to fix this like mess of a reality that we've been thrown into. But we can try to make things better, for sure.
For sure.
Do the best that we can.
Yeah, we can't control everything. Because there's a lot of things, not even billions of years have we just been thrown into that we can't control. But like when we're here, we can pick up the things that we do see and can change and make it better.
Yeah.
There's no reason we can't.
Yeah, for sure. I think that there's a lot more like helping and assistance that could be happening if people didn't have like a 9 to 5 to go to.
Well, that's true, because people go to 9 to 5 and then they're burned out and they want to relax until they can go to sleep and then go to their 9 to 5 again. It's like there's a lot. It can be hard to go out, and it takes a lot of effort to go out and do those extra steps to go out and help your community.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's like the biggest problem that I see is that we're working for the system and not for ourselves, and I think that that's where like the mental health crisis is.
Yeah, I definitely agree. You're really tapping at the root there.
Yeah. And there's good days and bad days like doing that kind of thing, but I think that everybody would be a lot more happy doing that kind of thing.
Yeah. So of course, you're really right. There's this attitude of like, we need to work for the system, for progress of the culture, but it's like, we need to just take a step back from that, I think, and kind of process, look at ourselves individually. What do we personally want to be expressing?
Yeah.
But then you just can't. And then it goes too far. Sometimes it's like, we'll just throw off the whole society. But then we still need to, feed ourselves and live together, since there's a lot of us.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the answer is.
Yeah, I think it's just kind of the balance.
Yeah. Balance for me is super hard. I'm not very good at it.
It can be really hard.
Yeah. I don't know. I do think that things are changing and the system is starting to break down to a point where it's not like, not only is it not working for people, but the structure is like breaking down as well.
I definitely think you're right, because it's like the structure is all just in people's minds, and as people kind of start seeing past, a lot of the systems and realize how, they're not necessarily trapped by the systems they thought they were trapped by, it's like the system just kind of changes through the people. They just kind of they create their own system. It doesn't even necessarily need to be extremely organized. It would just naturally fall into what people would want in the kind of balance of the relationships.
Yeah. I think it's like nature in a way, like humans try to jump into fixing nature when nature will just fix itself. It's like we've been pushed into this structure and we don't really need it, you know?
Yeah.
It's not, it's doing a lot more harm than it is good. And I think people are starting to see that.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I hope.
Yeah, I mean, I think as we see that, as we kind of see that, I think we're going to have to adjust, because I don't think we're going to give up all of the learning that we've done, all the development, but I think we're going to kind of move away from our attachment to it as much, so that we're not as dependent on the system.
Yeah.
While still being able to use its benefits.
Yeah. Yeah, the comforts and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a hard thing to step away from.
It is, absolutely.
For sure.
That's why I think that society hasn't collapsed in that sense yet. It's because people don't want us to step away from it. They don't want violence and chaos. They want to figure out, well, how are we actually going to make this work? And I think it's just a slow process. I think it's kind of, a very fine, tight point, because people are really scared, like, shit could happen. But I think that's kind of the changing point is, happening right now. I think we're kind of at that turning point. Just, it kind of happens slowly, but kind of quickly, like a whip almost. Like it's really slow and it snaps at the end.
Yeah.
I think kind of like that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna sting at first, but it's gonna be alright after that.
Yeah, I think it's exactly right.
For sure. I think that for myself, that's something I'm going to try and move towards, is being self-reliant. Maybe taking some classes on like gardening and farming and all of those sorts of things. Put money away towards I don't know, maybe like a mobile vehicle or like a tiny home or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know, as much as I love and care for people, I'm not sure that the problem is something that I can fix,
Yeah, I think it's those bigger problems. I really think it's going to be kind of a group effort, and I think it's many hands can make light work.
Yeah. I think it's like a toxic system that we just live in, and I don't know. I'd like to step away from that at some point.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do.
Yeah. Just cool. It's cool that people are kind of waking up to that.
Yeah, I think that's way cool too. I keep seeing more and more people that I think are just gentler. I've seen just gentler interactions with random ass people I meet on the streets or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I've just maybe it's just because I'm being friendly myself, but
Yeah.
I'm just I'll notice I'll be still looking at someone and they'll notice they'll somehow sense I'm looking at them and they'll see the look at me and I'm like, huh, people are just, they're sensitive.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of, this whole culmination of things and why the things are happening the way they do.
Yeah. For sure. What about you? What do you think your role in community is?
My role in community. I think, we have a lot of roles we play in our communities. And in a lot of ways it depends on the moment in time you're in.
Yeah.
The roles I play, where I try, bring in money and rent for the household. I try to help my friends out with whatever with things they need. I like doing, live streaming. I don't know if that's, I don't know what to call that for my community. But
No, I definitely think that's a good impact on the community.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I like putting out good energy. I think that's a really good thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think that makes a difference too. Whether you're able to see like
Yeah, I
direct
think
benefit
absolutely. Like I think you smile at a person on the street, you might change their whole day. You might just like if just change their whole life. You might have saved their life.
of it. Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, for sure. I love that. That's the best moments for sure. Yeah.
Let's see, what else could we talk about?
Mhm.
We got this brand we're working on called Full King Status. It's kind of a play, and it sounds like almost like a bad word, but at the same time, it's the idea is we're trying to have another line under it because it doesn't explain itself, and we're playing with some ideas online. One we thought was brave to be the authentic me, and then we asked a robot, we asked ChatGPT to give us more ideas, and he gave us a couple. It was like crowned in courage, reigning in authenticity. I thought that one was pretty good.
Yeah.
But we're trying to figure it out. I'm pretty excited about that brand because we're really trying to figure out how to get more bandwidth in marketing.
Yeah.
In the literal sense of marketing, because we only do our live streams, and we want to try to spread our word as much as possible, and try to spread good vibes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, even if you could get that going and then put up a stand at, like, the Monarch, how we did the art crawl, kind of thing. And then, once people come over and look at your stuff, you could kind of explain, the rest of it.
Yeah, because it's not just the shirt, it's, it's about really the energy.
Yeah. Yeah, and everything you guys have going on here, like, supporting that, It's just another...
Exactly. It's just another way to reach people.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think you guys should definitely get involved in some of those things. They have a lot of them going on downtown,
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Like one at the Union Station, they do that quite a bit. Yeah. So definitely think this is like a cool idea that a lot of people can get behind,
Yeah.
So everybody just wants to be accepted.
Yeah, everyone wants to be accepted and loved. They want to figure out how to make their life better.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's a lot easier when you feel like you don't have to do it alone.
Of course, yeah.
I think that big thing for me was like a soul tribe, Like, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like that, and I think a lot of people are looking for that.
Yeah. That's a good thing to encourage.
Yeah, for sure.
Even in my family, I learned, at an early age, I didn't really, my family was the people I was around and were supposed to love, and we still did love, of course, but, we weren't really an open family. We didn't have that many people that came into our lives and I thought of as family. Only our family was kind of the people I loved and trusted in that way. And then, I started opening myself up more, and I met Ken, I started meeting all his friends, and I was like, oh my gosh, I just started opening my world and started loving people like they were family.
Yeah.
Even you, nowadays I think very much think of you as family.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah. Because, there's a lot of people like me that don't have that.
Yeah.
So.
I know that. But, I mean, a lot of people are like, man, I just feel so much love for him. I'm like, yeah, it's just because I had to open up the idea of who I trusted and loved, and had to just start being accepting of everyone.
Yeah. Well, that's scary too.
It can be really scary because you don't want to get yourself hurt, right?
Yeah.
And I did. I had to learn that. One time I was with AJ, and I went out to a bar, and We were just outside smoking, and I met this guy. He was really drunk, some kind of older dude. And we were just laughing and joking. I was like, "All right, hey, AJ was like wanted to go to the car and listen to music." And I said, "Come with us, bro." And he just was like, "All right." He was alone, so he came and sat in the car for a while. Eventually, he asked if I was gonna drive him to the gas station to get so we could pull out money from ATM. But I was drunk, and I was like, "No, I'm definitely not gonna drive."
Yeah.
And he started getting like mad.
Oh,
he started
shit.
getting like pissed off that I wouldn't do that for him. He was like, "I thought we were homies," and then eventually AJ was like, "Hey, dude, you're getting too angry. Get the fuck out. Leave." And the dude started getting madder. He was like, "I'm gonna fucking bring my gang, and we're gonna fucking beat the shit out of you." I'm like, "Holy shit!"
gosh.
I just kept my mouth shut. I'm like, "What the hell is happening?" And AJ, he just kept going, get out of the car. I was like, slam the door on the way out, and he did. And I was like, "Oh, that was just a lesson in really reading people a little more before you accept them really close to you."
Yeah. Well, drunk people are a little.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're a coin toss or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. That can be. Yeah, that can be scary. But I was actually like talking to Alex about this the other day. But you know, like if you love somebody, they're going to hurt you, no matter what. You know, like your friends, your parents, your family. At some point or another, they're going to hurt you because they are a part of your life now, and not everything they do is going to like make you the happiest, you know?
Yeah, no, I think that's really true. I think to open up your heart to someone is to be willing to feel their pain and be hurt by them.
Yeah.
And forgive them. And that can be hard.
Yeah, for sure. That's the part that sucks. Finding the ones who are worth it or willing to take the, the give and take.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if it's one-sided, then it's like,
Yeah, it's not healthy.
Yeah.
Like, it's just doomed.
yeah, doomed. Yeah. But I definitely think there are a lot of good people out there that have a lot of love to give also, you know?
Sure.
That's just life.
That's just life.
Yeah. Don't let drunk people into your car. Definitely have had experiences like that, though. That's crazy. You still talk to AJ? That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. I like him.
Yeah, I like him too.
Yeah, I think that's a cool idea, though.
Yeah.
I think that everybody deserves to feel that.
Yeah, everyone deserves to enjoy living, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, not only like enjoy living, but like feel like a king. You know?
Yeah.
I think that's a cool idea. I think everybody deserves to be treated that way, also.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. I am really super grateful for everything that you guys have done for me, though. Like, it means a lot. Like, more so than my own family has been, like, willing to help me. I don't even know, like, what I can do to, like pay you guys back, you know?
Hmm.
But I just really appreciate it, and if there is anything I can do, like, just let me know, you know?
Yeah. Well, honestly, you know, your presence alone is enough.
Well, thank you. Hopefully I'll get to return that favor someday, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice to just not even like have to go places alone. Like I could have went to court by myself, but like the fact that Ken was willing to go with me and sit there for as long as we did, you know, like
Oh,
that's
nice.
that's really cool.
Yeah.
Like I don't really feel like I've ever had friends like that before. You know, they would go and do the hard shit with me. Yeah.
Well, that's definitely good. That's good to have, you know. There can definitely be, I've had moments where friends, you know, where the friends will, the people who can't handle that, you know, tough stuff, they'll just disappear right when they need to.
Yeah. Which is, you know, kind of a good thing, I guess.
Yeah, you know. People have different bandwidths and they can handle different things, and everyone wants to process their things at different times with different people or with themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool though. It's definitely helped me be able to ask for help a lot easier than I used to. It used to be something that was really hard for me.
I definitely understand that. You know, sometimes like, you feel like you might be judged for asking for help. You might be seen, you know, who knows? Be seen as weak, or who knows? Lots of different things that could be different for judgment.
I think for me, it was like if I couldn't make it happen, then it wasn't going to happen. You know, like it's like a self-reliance kind of thing. When I was in the retreat house, I had a visit with my daughter, and I was trying to find a ride to go do it because you know I couldn't have my car there or anything, and my grandparents were in Montana, and I couldn't get a hold of my sister, and like I was freaking out because it was like not only that I wanted to, it was like kind of a mandatory thing. Like I had, you know, outside sources kind of watching me or whatever. And so I'm like running through the house like all day, like just not saying anything. And you know, there's a bunch of other girls there. And like I just started like crying, like just walking around the house doing what I had to do, like just crying. And this girl walked up to me and she's like, Chelsea, do you need some help? And I was like, I don't know what to do. And I told her the whole situation. She's like, just let my grandma take you. Like, it's okay. Like, just let her take you. And like, I just like lost it after that because like the fact that she would stop me and help me because I couldn't ask, you know, it was it was a big deal for me. Like,
yeah,
you know, to have somebody stop and help me do something I couldn't do for myself.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, it'd be really nice to, you know, to know that if there's a moment where you can't help yourself, that someone's looking out for you.
Yeah, for sure. I think that was like the first time in a long time I had experienced that. So it was like overwhelming gratitude, you know. So yeah, it's really only been like a couple of years since I've kind of broken out of this I don't have to do everything by myself kind of thing. And it's been like hard. It's been really hard, but it's good, you know?
Yeah.
People were not meant to do everything on our own.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
I mean, we certainly can survive on our own, but doesn't mean you're gonna be necessarily having a lot of people around you in a large support group or anything like that.
Yeah.
I think life is definitely more enjoyable when you add more people that you can really connect with.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. It's surviving, but it's not living.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. Super grateful.
Me too. I'm so grateful for the people that I have around me in my life. I feel like every single person in my life teaches me so much.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing too. We were talking about how other people are just mirrors of ourselves. Once you can get to a point where you see that, then you can start to like stop looking at other people from a place of judgment and start looking at them like with love, because you see yourself in them. I like to think that I'm not a very judgmental person, but even watching people like in the courtroom, Ken was talking about how like he could see himself in every single person that came up, and when he was talking about that, I thought about it, and I was like, oh man, there were some of those people that I was judging, but when I look at them, I've definitely been in their shoes in some way or another, know?
Yeah, I definitely get that.
So that's...
You can always relate to anyone, really, because we all go through the same things.
Yeah. Definitely taught me something today, for sure. I think saying I'm not a judgmental person just closes that door on like learning. Like to be shown that, okay, maybe I was being kind of judgmental. It just opens it up to like grow in that area.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah, that's way cool. I love like just expanding my awareness and being willing to just be receptive to, just any new ideas. Because I feel like all the time, we think we know how the world works and how it is, then some person or thing comes into our life that just knocks our entire reality out of place, and we have to adjust.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good thing though. I don't want to stay stuck. I want to stay where I am. Like, I want to keep expanding. I want people to knock me off my...
Yeah, I think it's good for us.
For sure.
We learn, we can build, a new house we build can be, improved with all the new things we learn.
Yeah.
Wish I had a soundboard so I could just play a goofy sound or something when it's quiet.
Right? Investments, goals.
I don't know. Let's move into something lighter. Is there anything fun you've been working on, or any like projects do you feel like you're working on right now that are really inspiring you?
Uh,
And that can be I'm working on myself. I'm working doing lots of different things.
I mean, I've just been doing a lot of resting, so
Hey, that's good.
yeah.
I can vibe with that.
I guess something kind of, I don't know if it's like uplifting or inspiring or anything, but I've definitely felt, um, I don't know, just like drinking and partying is like not something that is really helping me move forward in my life. I don't know, I see that as a good thing because it's like it's a waste of time and effort and energy to me. I don't know. So I don't know. It's
Yeah. If something's not being useful in your life and moving out of it, that's extremely inspirational. Really, really, Chelsea. Like, being able to have the self awareness to know I'm not happy doing this right now. I want to change it.
yeah.
It's really powerful.
Thank you. Yeah, not that like anything like radical happens or anything major. It's just like more of like a guilty feeling of like I could have done something so much better with my day, or like
Yeah, and you know what you want to be out of that cycle.
yeah, I think I'm over it for sure. It's a special occasion kind of thing. It's not a every weekend kind of deal. you know, Definitely in a place where I could be moving forward much faster if I didn't do that. So other than that, I'm just trying not to do that.
I definitely get that. I can relate to that really. Like right now, I feel like I'm trying to get rid of distractions in my life, and I feel like when I'm just in a spiral of just I don't know whatever unhappiness, or I feel like I'm in a rut or stuck in any way, if I'm really trying to be really sensitive to when I'm feeling that way and the real roots of it.
Yeah, that's a good thing too. I really need to start working with myself more on those types of feelings. I think that's the best way to get to the root of all of that.
Absolutely. Yeah, only you know yourself the best.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely like to start doing like some like painting or like reading some more or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to do a bit more drawing.
Yeah.
Just every so often, just trying to like just get a page of art and just spew all my brain on the paper.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really fun. It's really nice.
That's really cool. I had a what?
Honestly, I'm trying to figure out how to give up this, but I've gotten in this weird place where it's like, I know I don't want to give it up, but I'm afraid of not wanting to give it up. Like I'm worried. Oh God. Oh, what does that mean? Oh, am I gonna give it? Oh God. Then I'm just running in circles of just what ifs.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. That's a really hard one. I've been able to stop smoking cigarettes multiple times, but that's always something I fall back on. Like, so I don't know. It's a tricky habit to get out of once you in it, which is probably what you don't want to hear.
Right. Well, it's true. It's true. Any habit that you do for long enough is going to be hard to get out of your just daily.
And it seems so like harmless. You know what I mean?
Right. That is the problem. It's like, oh, it's only bad when it's bad, and it's like, so it's kind of hard to rationalize getting rid of it as well. At the same time, you can rationalize getting rid of it. And, it's just like you said. It's like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. And then you can just do it lightly, and definitely, you can just talk yourself into a lot of situations.
Yeah, that's the hardest part. It's a battle within yourself. But it can be done.
Yeah. No, I've given up before. I'm just really wanting to not be reliant on it.
Yeah. That's good. I think I've almost like just accepted that this is something I'm just going to do. Like,
that's how it gets too. It's just like, yep, this is part of me right now, and eventually I'll get rid of it. But that's the trap, because it's like, I read something that was like, the fact that you can quit any time is one of the biggest reasons it's so hard to quit.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like the lie of addiction, and it sucks.
Well, we'll keep at it. We'll figure it out.
I believe in you.
Well, thanks for talking, Chelsea.
Yeah.
It's been a great conversation.
Yeah, thank you. You too. Well, I really commend you for staying here to do this.
Yeah. No, I'm really happy. I'm really happy to have stayed.
Yeah. I think that's cool. You're just doing your own thing.
Yeah. Yep. I definitely have been consistent. I need to get a bit better on, what's the word? Yeah, my stuff needs to look a bit prettier. It's a bit hard to watch my content right now because it's all long form. Not a lot of people want to sit around for an hour and listen to a conversation. A lot of people do, but not everyone wants to do that.
Yeah.
So I need to get some shorter. I'm gonna make some shorts. Is my plan. I'm gonna start just talking into a camera, I think, and some making some like short meditations and just talk about what's been helping me. And I want to get Ken to do that too. Eventually I want to have a whole group of people just sending daily what I did today, and we can maybe post it around the channel.
Yeah, that's way cool. I have a buddy that does like a weekly like walk and talk. He'll just like walk around his neighborhood and like talk into his phone or whatever, and he's super inspirational. So yeah, like things like that are, grab people's attention.
Yeah,
just like
for sure.
Little,
Yeah, trying to figure out how to be a bit faster and be able to compete with how fast social media is right now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a hard part.
But I think that'll be very doable.
But what?
I think that'll be very doable.
Yeah, for sure. I think my problem with like that kind of stuff is I don't feel like when I talk like it makes sense, So it's hard for me to like put together an idea and like throw it out there and then feel like comfortable with it.
I get that. You don't want to just throw out undeveloped ideas and just like, I don't know. I really liked just, stream of consciousness. You just talk and talk and talk into the camera and just anything you think of, whatever you're thinking about. And then you go back and watch it. It can be really fun.
Yeah.
Really interesting to learn about yourself that way. Because like sometimes I like it because like sometimes I'll say something, I'll do that, and I'll watch it back and like I'll already disagree with something I said.
Or it could be the opposite, and you like watch that and you're like, oh man, that was really profound.
Right?
Yeah. I've done that a lot with like my writing. Like I'll just write things down sometimes and like I'll look at that and I'll be like, oh my gosh, that's so stupid. And then I'll go back like months or years later, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so good.
Yeah.
And so I think that in the moment I'm just really judgmental of myself.
Yeah, I get that.
So that's what makes social media like kind of hard because it's such an instant, fast, there thing. Yeah. If you were to have all of your like dreams and expectations like with this come true, what would that look like?
I really imagine a community of people, maybe up, so I don't know, could be anywhere. Or maybe I want a community of people that live kind of like, I imagine a bunch of domes, actually, little like dome houses that everyone can live in. Everyone lives in. Maybe maybe doubles or bigger for families or for partners or couples or single houses. And you have just a big community, a people, a big social area, and you have a small park, and it's all pretty close together. And imagine if you could even have. Gosh, I'm describing a commune. And then we're gonna maybe have farming. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would hope it could be self-sufficient, and it doesn't mean we all have to be farmers, but I think we could very easily have a community of people that all go to work and just provide for the community, where they're all self-sufficient while still providing for the community and helping your neighbors and each other, and not hopefully like if anyone's in mental distress, we help them figure out how to be in a better place.
Yeah, I love that. It's definitely, where I see the most like success and happiness, for sure.
Yeah, it's like you look at it, it's like, oh, is it a cult? Well, it's like if my cult is helping my community, creating an enjoyable living, sure.
Right? I'm down. I think we should start a cult.
Look at us right now on the live stream. That's in full screen. Oh, it's us. And look, it's me showing this to you in just a minute.
Oh, nice. That's kind of a trip.
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Yeah, I just thought about that. I saw it pull up the notification. Oh, we're live. Well, we're live right now.
Oh, yeah.
fine place to end off the stream. What do you think?
Okay. Yeah.
Well, thank you everyone so much for watching. Thank you so much for coming, Chelsea.
Yeah.
Been wonderful, Coach.
Thank you.